Good morning, Heather here with Raven Hayes Healing and Divination, and today let's discuss some methods and tricks and tips that we can use when we are beginning to meditate. Meditation is by far the best way to connect with your spirit guides, connect with your past loved ones, to just overall get more in tune with your clair abilities, your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, all of those, right? Meditation is key to our spirituality. But the problem is so many people have in this society where we've just inundated ourselves with information and a busy life, people have difficulty just stopping and meditating, letting their mind be free of all of these thoughts. So, some tips when you're just starting out. Number one, first of all, even if you cannot do it for 15 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour, meditate for as long as you can. 30 seconds, 60 seconds, that's okay. Just make it consistent. You want to do it consistently every day. Over time, you're going to look back and notice that, wow, I remember when I just started out and now I'm meditating for an hour every day, okay? So you will see that progression. The key is to start and to be consistent, okay? The other thing you want to do is make a space in your home or where you live to meditate. Make a space that's kind of dedicated to meditation. Now, for people that have limited space available, and you certainly may not have an extra room that is just going to be dedicated to meditation, you can create your space in a different way. You can create your space where you have a candle that you light every time you meditate, or you have a particular cushion that you sit on, or a chair that you sit on every time you meditate. The point is to make sure that it's consistent. And you're training your brain, you're training your mind to associate those things with, hey, it's time to meditate. This is what we're going to do now. All right? Now, there's a few things you can do. If you find that you have hair in my mouth. If you have a mind that tends to wander, you tend to start thinking about all of these things that you have to do during the day, there's a couple of ways that you can deal with that. The first way, I think, can be a little more challenging for people that are new to visualization and things like that. But I will explain it anyway. And that is when these thoughts come into your mind, to acknowledge them. Yes, I understand, you're important, but push them aside. I'm not going to deal with you right now. We will talk about it later, kind of thing. Okay? And that's using a lot of visualization. The other thing that you can do, if you find that your mind is wandering or thinking about everything you have to do the next day frequently, and you're having a really hard time turning that off, go on YouTube, and there are a multitude of YouTube videos for guided meditation. The thing with guided meditation is, if your mind wants to do something, go ahead and give it something to do. And here's what I'm going to give you to do. I'm going to give you this guided meditation to follow along. This way it keeps your mind occupied, so you're not thinking about all those other things, but you're thinking about, what you want it to be thinking about. Okay? So guided meditations are ideal. And you can find them in even very, very short meditations. For example, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, all the way to a few hours. So there's definitely going to be one that will meet your needs. Now, the other thing you can do when you're beginning, or for anybody really, but particularly when you're beginning, is what's called a walking meditation. Now, walking meditation, and if you've ever taken a walk and you're quiet and you're just walking, you tend to get into a repetitive pattern with your feet, with your breathing, and eventually you notice that you kind of get into that trance state naturally. That is a form of walking meditation. So go ahead and give that a try if you find these other methods are not quite working well for you just yet. When you're meditating, if you wanted to put some quiet music on in the background in lieu of doing a guided meditation, opt for something that is repetitive, something that is like a drumming, or, you know, there's shamanic drumming, there's flute sounds, there's nature sounds, the Tibetan singing bowls. These provide a way to, number one, change your vibration, but also to give some repetitive noise into your mind, and that kind of sends you into the trance state. So hopefully those tips will help you if you're just starting out with the meditation process. If you have other tips that have worked for you, I want to hear about them. Share in the comments below, okay? And be sure to share this video with people that you know that are just starting out in meditation. I will talk to you in the next video. Goodbye for now.